podcast, a brand new episode of discussions about wrestling and mental health with more discussions. So we got Best Side Poompa in the house, and you got Base Kip right to my other side, right there. Third
What's
member
up?
that we've announced. So
What's up, everybody?
we got all three of us here. How's everybody's Friday night going? We're gonna continue talking about wrestling for a little bit, and the topic right now, the discussion is gonna be. We're gonna start off with one topic that I had in mind. I was gonna write it. I had it written down. So the topics we're gonna talk about is the five top favorite wrestlers of all time. Discussion of what who we can relate to, why. I mean, or maybe top three, top five, top three, three,
Top
five. It
five.
doesn't really
I'll go
matter.
with
We'll
top
do top
five.
five
I'll go with top five.
because I don't want to change nothing. I had top five written down. We're gonna leave it at that. So, as my dog is acting weird, anyways, I'll ignore that. So, back to what we're saying. So, we're gonna start with Base Kit. Okay, Base. We want you to discuss your top five and the wrestlers you can relate to and that you grew up watching and enjoying. So, I'm gonna give you the big so layout right there and announce it let the
Wow,
people
look at
know.
that. Look at that. Okay,
Go ahead,
Oh,
do
top
your
that's
thing.
so
five.
beautiful, man. I loved it.
So top five. Top five for me is very, very it's difficult and it's easy. There's three that are definitely top three. 100% Rock, Stone Cold, Kenny Omega. That's my top three. No particular order. I like them all equally. But I mean, that's a big top three right there. Now, when it comes to the other two, that's where I have the issue because there's so many other great wrestlers that I had the privilege of seeing growing up. Um, hmm. So if I had to choose for my fourth and fifth pick, fourth definitely is going to be Chris Jericho.
Nice one.
Chris Chris Jericho, he's the expert at reinventing himself,
Yes,
and
he
I
is.
feel like as a character, just the way that he portrays himself in every role, babyface, heel, doesn't matter. I feel like his ability to reinvent himself and to adapt to his surroundings and to where he's at and whatever it is that he's doing, music, wrestling, anything, he's able to adapt and just really he's just a mold breaker. I love Chris Jericho. So I feel like in a relatable fashion, Chris Jericho and myself very, very relatable because I always feel like I have to find a new way to do something if things are not going the way I want them to go or that I need them to go, that I'm able to adapt myself to every situation. And so I mean that's why I'd say the most relatable wrestler I think I can relate to is Chris Jericho. Also an underdog. He was an underdog for a lot of his career too. So that's another thing that I feel as though we have a strong bond. And then for the last pick out of my top five. I don't know if this
It
is going to
shouldn't be
be
that hard.
if it's going to be controversial.
It is.
It might be. It might
Oh,
be.
I can't wait to hear. I love those glasses, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. So, in light of all the events that have recently transpired, we have, don't shoot me over this one, but pure wrestling ability,
What's
Ric
going on,
Flair.
Demon Ninja?
Ric Flair. Ric
Nice.
Flair. Ric Flair. I mean, listen, I'm not down with whatever he did or didn't do. I don't want to know about it. I just wrestling. When it comes down to wrestling, Ric Flair is just able to command the crowd and just the way he was, very grandiose character. I always love
He was the
watching
best,
him,
like he said he was.
watching the old stuff from the '80s, watching the stuff that even the stuff he did in WWE, still like head and shoulders above a lot of the talent that was on that roster at that time. So storytelling, all that. I made it quick. I made it quick because my top five is it's like yeah, I'm showing my age.
Yeah, what's going on, Demon Ninja? Thank you for coming on to It Is What It Is show tonight.
Ninja, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Demon Ninja.
So, Bad Side Pumbaa, you're next on that. What is your top five and who you can relate to?
Well, it's like not that hard. It's a little hard, but for what I could relate to who I trained with in the ring, basically was let's just say my top five. Let's see. That I trained with and experienced, I could say Matt Striker. Don't shoot me for that, guys. Um, Devon Dudley. Um, so you got three more. Bill DeMod. I don't know if you know who Bill DeMod is. Hugh Morris from WCW. Yeah, but yes, Bill DeMod. He was also like an NXT. He was an ex NXT head trainer. Um, anyways, Bill DeMod. He was from Lisa. So and John Cena. Don't shoot me for that, guys. I trained and experienced the ring with that big guy. Pretty good for a guy that size. Really big. Um, I got two more, right, guys? Two more, right?
Yeah.
Um, this is pretty Big Cash, and I could say Stone Cold Steve Austin last. And I got one more person that's not with us. May he rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero. So that was like
Oh yeah, Eddie.
my top six.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's man, that's a line right there because you told a story before about that you trained with these guys. They came to the Gleason's gym in Brooklyn where Johnny Rod's school wrestling school is, and where he has his also wrestling promotion. Um,
No, you don't understand. Is that during that time, you know, experiencing the ring with all those people I had said, basically, the best one out of all, you could say six, with top two is Matt Striker and Eddie Guerrero because I got to learn a lot from Matt Striker, man, and he's a phenomenal commentator now on TNA. So yeah, those are my top six people, and thanks for asking because the people you picked was phenomenal because I grew up watching all those five people as well.
oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what we're talking about here. See, when we can relate to those guys of the top five. So I guess my turn. So you guys are gonna laugh too because once I announce these guys, you were like, wow, holy shit! Like how can you relate to these guys? Like they basically almost have the same personality that I have. So my fifth rest because I'm gonna go from five to one. So the fifth one I had to say Flying Brian Pillman before he became the loose cannon.
Nice,
He was
nice.
energetic. He came in the ring. He was like a young guy that just like, yo, he is gonna be out there to fight, whether he's hurt or not. He doesn't give up. He has a great heart. He has the attitude. He has the charisma for it. Um, the thing about it, his fighting spirit. He never gives up. He just keeps going. He just keeps going. He doesn't fight. He doesn't stop for nobody. The fourth one I have to say is this is gonna be a funny one. You see, it's a New Japan character, Masahiro Chono, because of how he is, like how
I'm
he
surprised,
manages it.
really.
Yeah, I was a I became a Masahiro Chono fan in '92 when he won the NWA title against Rick Rude in the G1 Climax Finals, which the footage that WCW had showed I think it was on a Saturday night. WCW, because I used to watch WCW Saturday night. Like I said, I know TBS 6:05 p.m.
Yeah,
Don't ask me why. My memory was that
it
great,
was
I
five
guess.
TV. Yes, it was.
Yeah, so I used to watch and they showed a high. I was like, yo, this Masahiro Chono is, sorry, butcher his name. I'm excited, sorry. So Masahiro Chono was the reason why I loved New Japan Pro Wrestling also. Um, and the third one I could also relate to was Kawashi Kenta. The reason why is because the way he's built, he's quiet at times. He doesn't really cut promos. He would be that wrestler where they booked him to lose, have his losing streak until that one match, and then the crowd erupts. Like, okay, this guy finally won a match. He hasn't
Mhm.
given up. He has not quit. He just kept fighting and fighting. And the funny part was is that he was supposed to be like this bodybuilder because the way he was building his body, he was slim, but then he built it, he got big, and all of a sudden they looked at him like, "Yo, get this guy in there. Like he looks like he can get in." He was a little bit green in the beginning of his career, but he never gave up, kept fighting. Just say fuck the hell with it. I'm gonna keep getting until I get this win. So the way they booked him and the way they got him together, his character and everything, and the promotion that he was in, which is yeah, I'm all just paying by his Jones as Mr. Michael Order will tell you.
Mhm.
So and it builds the character. So the third one, the person I can mostly relate to is this is a tough one because I'm kind of like improvising here because like I only had like top three favorite wrestlers that in my mind. But the third one, the I said already the third one, right? So we're into the second. I'm a little lost here.
Yeah, I believe you're on 3. You're
You
on
on
3
I'm
right
on
three,
now.
three.
brother. You on three.
Yes.
Okay. So three, the third one is more like Satoshi Kojima. I'm going all Japan wrestling and New Japan on the third and fourth one because Kojima was like the guy that was just like he had energy. Like he would come in the ring, he would just annihilate you with lariats, do elbow drops, get the crowd involved. He was like, yeah, let's go.
Mhm.
And
I
then
heard
it
good
was just
stories
like
about him from Matt Striker for
and
Jericho.
the guy is great. Like he's a
He's
worldwide
fucking
traveler,
phenomenal.
former NWA heavyweight title, former IWGP tag team title.
Yes.
Also with his Tenzon and a couple other wrestlers that he was also involved. But him and Tenzon clicked very well. Um, Also the second wrestler I can also relate to was um, Bret the Hitman Hart. There's
Oh,
an
Bret Hart.
Nice.
explanation why I'm saying this
Nice. I took my hat for that. For that. That was
because
good.
he has basically let's just say that basically there's a connection between him and the number one I'm going to mention in a bit is the move, the sharpshooter. Who did he learn that move from? Ricky Choshu, former
Nice.
New Japan Pro Wrestling, all Japan,
Not a lot of
former
people know that.
IWGP, and let's shout out to Mike World Order on that because he was the one that me and him talked. We always talked wrestling all the time. And
Welcome to the show,
Mikey.
Mike.
What's
Welcome
up,
to
what
the
up,
man?
show.
Mike? Look at that. That's right. I'm Chono's son. W- WCW Saturday night. Namir, what's up? Shout out to Namir out there. I forgot to
Namir
say
in
what
the
up.
building.
Miri in the building.
Mook Dog, what up? What's going on?
Moon
Welcome to
Dog,
the It
what's
Is
up,
What It
my brother? Yo,
Is.
Moon Dog, what's up, my
Mook
brother?
Dog, Demon Ninja. We got the whole crew
Oh, I think
here.
it's Mook Dog, not it's not
Mook.
Moon Dog.
Oh,
It's not
Oh,
Moon
it's
Mook,
Dog.
Mook. Yeah, it's Mook
It's
Mook
Dog.
Mook
Dog.
Dog.
Bang him
What up,
out.
Mook? Tom Spiker, what up? Welcome to the It Is What It Is. So the reason why is because of the sharpshooter, his end reaction, his work. He's very technical in the ring. I'm a technical type of person. I love technical wrestling. It was my cup of tea since the beginning. So now we're gonna move into the number one. Number one, guys, is Sting. We all know I'm a huge Sting fan, and why I have a connection with Sting. Okay, so let's just say we both had both knee injuries. We have the charisma, the attitude, and we also have character. We have that persona. We have charisma. We bring it in. We go in. We get the crowd in. We get them out riled up. Like, yeah, let's
Of
get ready
course.
for this match. You know, and it's like when I first watched WCW, he was the main reason why I loved wrestling and I got into wrestling. And people hear this story many times. I told the story to people many times about this, about Sting. That, like I said, his charisma, his attitude, he caught my attention of why I love WCW was because of him. I've been a big Sting fan since '91. Let's just put it at that. We're in 2021. 30 years of being a Sting fan. Okay, I'm a mark. Okay,
He still
let's be
got it.
like that.
He
He
still
still
got it.
got it, just like at the AEW show, the tag team match he was in, he still got it. And oh yeah, Mike, you know what? I'm gonna bring that up too. Okay, I'm gonna bring that up because Mike just brought something up to my attention.
What he said.
You guys are gonna laugh, okay? He
What did he
said
say?
Sting did a heel move in All Japan Pro Wrestling, and there's a history to that one. Before we get into the next topic, okay, so I was watching something on YouTube that I did not know, but I knew that
Hmm.
NWA had an affiliation with All Japan Pro Wrestling over the years, got the territories and promotion. Sting
Hmm.
had a match against Dan Spivey.
Wow.
Okay, the match I think was like about 10 to 15 minutes long. We know Sting can go. Sting can go. Dan Spivey doesn't have the stamina like Sting.
Hmm.
Sting can go. He can go 60 minutes. He's done it. So there was a match, and I guess there was a mix up in the ring somehow, some way, but it was a great kayfabe move. So Sting got pissed, right? So Dan Spivey pulls him on and rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3. Sting gets pissed, pushes the referee over, goes on the top rope, and you see Dan Spivey still laid out, tired, gassed out. Sting comes up on the top rope and splashes. I was
Oh, he
cracking up.
splashed on him.
I see that. I
Yo,
remember that.
me
I
and Mike was cracking up, yo. When I
never
showed
seen
him,
that.
I said, "Yo, you gotta watch this match." So we
I
watched the
seen
match
that match.
together, and
That match was
Mike was
pretty fucking awesome.
that match. I'm telling you, me and Mike had a ball with that
Funny.
match. Von Von, what's going on? The guy right
There
there,
he is,
Von
coming
Von
in
the
with the
Nut Guy.
heart,
Shout out to Von
coming in
Von
with
the
the
Nut Guy.
sweetheart.
The good old sweetheart of his. Definitely. Oh yeah, Sting is definitely one of the greats out there. Definitely. And that's my top. That's our top five guys. We shared it with everybody with the fans. That was great. You know, we could do more of those, but we're gonna go into a different discussion called mental health and more discussions with wrestling and injuries. Um, the most thing with wrestling and with the mental health discussion is concussions, injuries, and emotion. Um, definitely,
Basically,
emotion
what they
does
did
take a
here.
toll. Emotion does take a toll in professional wrestling, as you can see, as that what was going on in the past week. A couple of wrestlers have been injured or been out of the show, or just taking time off because they're burnt out. Um, we have Mike rolled order with a question. Yeah, just
Coming
hold
in
that
hot.
What's the question?
coming in hot. So what's the question, Mr. Mike rolled order? Before we go on to the next topic, you know, because when we were talking about that, I was talking to him earlier about that too, about the injury with wanted to update with everybody in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The G1 Climax final was Kota Ibushi got injured during the match. They stopped the match due to a dislocated shoulder, which was basically out of the socket. He did a Phoenix Splash. You know, he missed, and the way he landed or his arm just came off. It was tough. It was hard. Um, that you know what? That was another one. So Mike had asked us about our thoughts of Dark Side of the Ring with Luna Vachon. So what are you guys' thoughts on that one?
So I only caught a couple minutes of it, so I'm not really gonna say much. But from what I understood, she was suffering from what, bipolar and schizophrenia.
Yeah, there's before I even watched it because I didn't get to watch it. You're welcome, Tom Spiker, no problem. Um, I had learned before Dark Side of the Ring episode happened, there was a lot of stuff that was about her that was probably much true, but then it came to light when Dark Side of the Ring episode was about her. Um, how the whole thing with Mula was trying to prostitute her, and with her family, how disoriented and how crazy it was, and she was an actually adopted child, which I did not know, which kind of like was an eye opener there. She was adopted by Mad Dog Vachon. Um, the situation with her, I mean, I know her character was great. She played a great role, but like I said, when drugs play, concussions, all of those things come into play. And it's tough because when you think about it, it's like, you know, we didn't know. We don't know what goes on backstage. Maybe the dirt sheets, maybe rumors, but stuff like this we didn't even know about. What we kind of do need to know about, because this is important about mental health. This has to do with mental health. Like you said, she was bipolar and schizophrenia. That's
Yes,
one topic that just like, has is a red flag, which is now everybody using nowadays, which it's ridiculous. But the real red flags is where people's attitude and persona and their
mhm,
character is like backside. Sometimes some wrestlers stay in character, some of them don't. But then you see a little on in them. Like, certain people, like, I'll give you an example. Owen Hart used to rep people. He was the same person he was every day and wasn't depressed about a lot of things. He just went about his business, enjoyed life.
indeed
You
he
got
did.
yeah, of course. And then you got wrestlers like, Chris Canyon. I mean, the guy was manic depressed, bipolar. He was going through a lot of things that we didn't know about. And then he showed weirdness in his character where everything was
Mhm.
everything was off. And I want to take, bad side Puma. I want to have your take on that one.
On the take on, well, Luna, or in general, basically just,
Luna and in general, like both. We're gonna talk about both.
all right, cool, because basically mental, when I was training at the time, it's hard, to stick with basics and just, go back to the roots and regular rolls and tie ups and all that stuff, rolls, roll downs, taking back bumps, side
Mhm.
bumps. You could easily slip and basically get concussed if you don't know how to take a back bump. And it can happen to you any moment. It can happen to you when you were rolled. You know what I'm saying? And the problem about that shit, man, is sometimes you don't even know when you get concussed, and it's scary, because at times, like, you could be chilling right after that and go with the guys to with the sisters to the bar right next to the gym, and try to get a cold one real fast because you went through all that pain, but not realizing that you're concussed because you're basically slipping on words and stuff like that. Because
Mhm.
it happens, man. It happened to me so many times, and it's scary. On Luna's point of view, like, I never met her, but I heard crazy stories. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
she used to party wild, and getting concussed and taking painkillers. And 'cause I didn't. I tried not to take the painkillers, man, because honestly, like, if y'all was in my feet, y'all will understand. It's not no joke, bro. It's like, if you live your life towards training and wrestling, it
Mhm.
could be very so dark and scary at times because
Mhm.
it, it's painful, man. It's pain, and some people can't take pain. Like, when people ask me, like, do you want to be a wrestler? And I'm like, yeah. And when they ask me, like, oh, I want to train and I want to become a wrestler, and I'm like, you sure? Because if it's not in your blood, don't do it. Because don't
Exactly.
waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, any moment you could slip and get paralyzed. Any moment you could bust your head and get concussed. And I had bad situations where there was times I didn't remember the day before. It's because, you know those slams, always
Mhm.
getting slammed, suplex, backbone, arm drag, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The ring is like concrete that moves up and down. Picture that. So picture your head getting hit all the time, sometimes by accident,
Banging against
or
the yeah,
or
hitting the canvas.
or when you're taking DDTs, like how Rob Van Dam does. Like, them shits is fucking no joke, man. Even though you're doing a handstand, but you're still connecting to the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it was a journey, and I want to go back, but better. But getting concussed and having, you know, memory loss, because it really it really fucks you up, man. Like look at Benoit's situation, him getting those high headbutts that he came from the top of the rope and landing onto the opponent. All that time takes a toll out of you, fucks up your brain, bro. It's basically like getting punched in the face in a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Your
Mhm.
brain is senses the one thing. The one thing I know in life, air, your brain, and your feet are like the main things you got to worry about in life and your health. But the one thing you really got to focus on is taking care of your feet, your eyes, and your brain. So, and your lungs. So, all that takes a toll, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cardio is very important.
What's like you don't understand. People get blown up in 5 minutes in the ring and throwing up and stuff. And they already want to take a bump from the top of the rope. No, you don't want to take a bump from the top of the rope, because if you go ahead and slip and boom, boom, whiplash, you're fucked after that, because you're gonna get concussed. And
Exactly.
don't think you're gonna become a wrestler and not get concussed. It's that's impossible. It happens all the time. And the problem with that, talking about, you know what I'm saying, mental health, man, I'm going through shit outside of the ring, inside the ring, and it's like I'm not even in the ring right now. I'm talking about ring wise of with my health. I'm fighting my health right now. I'm
Mhm.
fighting myself. My opponent is myself. Fighting these doctors telling me that, oh, you need to stop because your brain and your this and this, everything's, you know, it's scary. Like when you become a wrestler, don't think it's sweet and ginger, because WWE is entertaining. AEW is wrestling. So all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Don't think you're gonna get there right away. It takes time, it takes effort, but the problem that people forget is at the end of the day, I'm human and I'm going through some shit that I choose to do, and it's basically perform for people outside, you know what I'm saying, to basically make them cheer us or boo us. But at the end of the day, I'm still just like that person, but I could be going through a concussion and,
Mhm.
and, and perform 3 hours of a match and don't even know that I'm concussed, and I'm going through that whole situation and I'm still getting suplexed. And imagine your brain keeps going concussed, 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 concussed. It fucks you up, man. I'm right now. I'm not in that predicament. I used to be. You know what I'm saying? The predicament I'm in right now is basically my health is bad, and I'm going through a lot of issues, and I want to go back to my drug. My drug is wrestling. That's the only drug I love, man. You don't understand, guys. Like I, I watch these brothers that basically wrestle every day, popping painkillers, having fun of their life because they having the life of their time. That Ortiz and Santana, um,
Mhm.
um, Danny Limelight, and basically my homegirl, she just from Gleason's. Everybody that these people, except for Danny, everybody that I'm gonna mention right now, Slamovich, Ortiz, uh, in the independent scene, Shotgun on Adams. You got fucking Logan Black, King of Chaos. All these people that I'm mentioning right now, mentally, I am, you know, battling myself about watching them. For the simple fact is, because they're doing what I've been dying to do all this time, you know, and it's sad that that they could forget. that I was with y'all guys in the locker room. So I don't give a fuck
Mhm.
if they're famous. I don't care. Like I applaud. Like they changing the culture of wrestling.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But the problem is like, you know, y'all going through y'all issues and y'all having the time of your lives. But when I'm trying to come back and I reach out to you guys, I understand y'all busy. But if I reach out back. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I, I was just with y'all. I was doing the same thing with y'all 20 years. Now that I'm back from dealing with my health issues and I'm trying to get back into the ring and I fucking beat amputation 4 fucking times. You know what I'm saying? A person that was born saying they were autistic, I was partially autistic, that beat autism, all this shit that I'm battling
Mhm.
outside of the ring, it's inside, goddamn it, and it's sad because it's like I I grew up watching wrestling. I grew up saying that if I become a fucking wrestler, I wish the people that I started with are with me at the same time. It's sad that fame and different crowds and different people they chill with changes, man. I'm never gonna change. You see this conversation we have with those guys? If I when you know I'm not gonna say if when I be famous, the only way I want to be famous is that I want to teach kids how to wrestle and protect themselves in the ring and outside the ring, mentally, all that. Everybody needs therapy. I applaud for group therapy. Everybody needs to understand that being a wrestler is a hard job, and it's a not even a job; it's a life experience.
Mhm.
Basically, it's lifetime. It's life draining, and it could be good and it could be bad at the same time. All I want to talk about right now, you said, Jesse, mental health. Mental health is the problem nowadays. I recently lost a sister from wrestling. She committed suicide. It's the problem that people need to realize is that wrestling, yes, it could change you, it could save you, it could also destroy you. Reason why she
That's
committed
deep.
suicide is because people in the locker room say stories, called her a slut, and it wasn't even that. It was because the boys, so-called brothers, so-called, you know, used her, and since they're a clique, they want to drag her name, and so she committed suicide.
It's horrible.
It is horrible. And you know what, too, I want to add on to before you say anything. You know, I'm going to give my take on the whole situation
Yes,
with
what's
like,
it? I mean, how you feel what I'm talking about?
I mean, I'm fully understand it, you know, and it's true what you're saying because you know the rumors and the innuendos in the back locker room, you know, people you know really fall into that trap of they believing on what that person is saying instead of getting the other side of the story. The problem of the world today is that when we see stuff like this, people show emotions. People have feelings. They show it, they have it. Okay. We don't understand what they're going through. We can't mind, you know, we can't like be mind readers all the time. You know, no offense, but you know, it's always good to reach out and talk to somebody like, yo, listen, I need some help. You know, I need to talk to someone. I'm going through a certain situation.
It's always good to
Always
reach
had to
out.
find that real person to reach out to that actually wanted to sit there and listen to the problems that you're going through. Okay. You know, it could be a close friend, it could be a stranger. That's the crazy insane part because there's half the people I don't even know, they still come up to me and talk to me. You know,
Mhm.
um, like Mike says, this show gives meaning and brings the show gives meaning to bring ideology to more things wrestling fans do not realize. That's true. And hello, Punk Rocker. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank
Um,
you, bro.
you know, and what before I give the pass the mic to base kid. So I'm like fumbling my words a
And
little bit.
before I finish what I was saying, yeah,
So the thing was is that with professional wrestling and backstages is like they got dirt sheets, they got people that are just going backstage and saying this, saying that, gossip rumors, all that, and it leaks out on the internet. You don't think that that person is gonna read that and is gonna feel the emotion like, man, my reputation is ruined. I'm about to
Hmm.
get blackballed. These things are happening to me. I gotta take a break away from the internet and I gotta stay away from and then when they come back, when they're ready to feel like, okay, I'm gonna apologize, I'm gonna give my story out to these people and tell them what really happened. But sometimes it takes a toll where the person can't really let this story out because they just feel like, oh, nobody was gonna want to listen to me, nobody's gonna care, they're gonna portray me as this character, you know.
That's so
and
true.
and the wrestlers out there that go out there, they take bumps, they take out concussions. When the impact of the ring, where you see that there's a mat underneath it is the hard wood, then you also got the steel to trampoline to take the bumps, because it depends on what ring you have. And then the impact of saying you're taking a suplex from the top rope or you're power bombing somebody, the whiplash and the connector that can also injure your neck and your brain
It
at the
can
same
injure so
time.
many things, bro.
You could do so many things in that ring that can hurt somebody,
You
even
just your
especially when you go
ankle,
out there, take a
all that.
concrete fall. And Kota Ibushi, prime example, taking a Phoenix splash, missed, boom, landed, dislocated shoulder. You
No,
know,
no, I didn't see that, but it seemed pretty gruesome. Uh, it seemed as though he landed in a very very peculiar fashion on his shoulder, and it just you saying it just popped out. I know you saw it. You saw it. You know
yeah,
how
it was.
nasty it looked.
It reminded me of the Eddie Guerrero injury he had when he first, I think it was his first year in the WWE,
It just
when he did the
gnarly.
frog splash, and then he dislocated his shoulder when he landed, and then when he landed, he had his arms out where I guess he was trying to break a fall or something, and
Hmm.
then I guess the impact with the shoulder and hitting into the mat, like when it slammed, it just popped one shoulder out and it dislocated. And I'm telling you, the ring is not soft.
It's definitely
Pump,
not.
It's not,
Pumpa
bro.
is a prime example of telling us that.
No, it's not. Depending on the ring, we got 14 by 14, 15 by 15, 20 by 20, 25 by 20, and in the ring, you supposed to when you run the ropes,
Hmm.
depending on how the ring is 4 to 5 steps only when you run.
Running the
Imagine you
ropes.
see them running back and forth the ring. You see when they run back and forth in the ring. Don't think they're running and not counting steps, brother. You got to only take to run
Hmm.
the ropes safely. It's 4 to 5, maybe 3, depending how big the ring is. A Royal
Wow.
Rumble ring is 4 steps. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, sit. 1, 2, 3, 4, sit. 1, 2, 3, 4, sit. Not lean. See, if you lean to the ropes, you could fucking kill yourself. Imagine the rope snapping and breaking fall. You're gonna go right through and hit your head. Fuck.
Apron,
Oh,
ground. You're gonna be
you know what
all
I'm
over the
saying?
place.
So yeah,
What's going on here?
take a top rope suplex. It's not a big thing. It's not an easy thing either, Jesse. When you mentioned that,
Power bomb, pile driver,
the
any
whiplashes
maneuver.
you get in that ring, bro, it's gonna happen. It sucks. And what? Absolutely knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Tom Spiker says he
What
absolutely loves the knowledge. Thank you. I
was that?
appreciate that. And
Thank
shout out
you.
to Waifu
So,
Jew. Thank you coming on to the show, buddy.
Waifu, I see you,
Appreciate it.
waifu.
um, what I
Waifu.
was saying is when you run the
Oh,
ropes and
I
hit
had
it,
open the chat. Hold on, let me see.
you're only supposed to take 4 steps and
In
sit on
private
it.
chat.
You sit on the
There we
ropes. Never lean back to the ropes. These are the people who want to become wrestlers. I'm letting you know. Yeah, don't lean back on the ropes. Yeah, sit on the ropes. Basically, the ropes pushes you off. Let the ropes do its job. Let it push you off. But you could get whiplash there. The ropes is the most dangerous part of the ring. The turnbuckle, all that. And to take a bump around that area is the most dangerous place to take bumps in. It's like basically landing on concrete. You know what I'm saying? So I was basically finishing off that, and I'm gonna finish off
Okay,
like
we're
not
gonna let you
finish the
finish it off.
subject.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna finish the
absolutely.
subject, but my friend committed suicide, and a lot of people are behind that committed suicide. We got David Flair's manager at one point, whatever friend. What was her
Daffodil.
name? Daffy, she committed suicide,
Daffy.
and the problem is people see if the person's depressed, and for experience, don't tell me I'm depressed. Don't tell me I need help and they need to go and search it. You sometimes people just gotta drag the person to get help, force them in any other way, because at the end of the day, that person will call you back because you saved their life. Sometimes people don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sad. Like a person could say, "I'm about to commit suicide." There was one point I wanted to do it, and when I told my therapist, and they ain't did their job to save my life too. But the way they do it sometimes is fucked up. They will lock you up, send you in the mental institute, thinking that you're gonna come out good. No, brother, it's not. It's worst experience in my life that when thought about committing suicide and people telling me I'm being selfish. No, there was a lot of shit that I'm dealing with now. I want to live. But there's a lot of shit that I'm dealing with now that could drag a person back to the hole. And it's a lot of reasons. It's the doctors that I talk to, 12 opinions telling me that I can't process liquid or solids. And mentally, you're telling me that I can't digest food or water. Really? Why? Your stomach line is damaged. Okay, help me. Like, what could I do? They want to give me a pacemaker for my stomach to pump. See, a pacemaker pumps your heart. You know what I'm saying? People with pacemakers last to 100 years old. But you're telling me I gotta get a machine to pump my stomach? Oh, I don't need. Thank God I don't have to have wires come on. None of that shit. Is they gonna stop rustling? No, no. You still can compete. There's martial arts with it. But basically, I'm gonna give you a pacemaker to pump my stomach, man. Mentally, the medication that y'all giving me, the painkillers and all this other shit is gonna fuck up my stomach even more, my kidneys more. Like, really? Why? Like, and you're telling me wrestling is dangerous, but you're over here giving me drugs that are gonna basically fuck up something that you're supposed to take care of. And then y'all doing that, fucking my head up, because you're telling me I'm slowly dying and don't want to be real with me. And I gotta go and be selfish because I want to kill myself. They're already killing me. So sometimes when people get into that state of mind about trying to commit suicide, it's not be being selfish. It's not that they're weak. And that's the problem with people nowadays. They automatically go to that when a person talks about being in that state of mind that, oh, I want to kill myself. It's the world's so cruel, man, and the person thinks that they're helping the situation at times. No, they don't. They don't help the situation. So sometimes they make it wrong. Like I was saying, like you don't tell a person that they're selfish because they're trying to commit suicide. Don't do that. That's not helping. If you want to help the person that's trying to commit suicide or is even thinking about suicide, you have to understand, put yourself in their situation, and then take a, take action. Where try to find a way to save this person's life. You can save the person's life in any way, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything could help them. Take them for a walk. Do this, do that. Find something so they can just not think about hurting themselves. Because I lost a lot of people to addiction and wrestling and mental problems, and I'm tired of it. You know, because I'm lucky to be alive, and I want to thank you guys for another reason is because yeah, push me. We have these conversations, and yeah, tell me, yo, go ahead, talk it out. Let the world know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and recently, the only problem I've been having is is not even problems home or with my health. Is that now that I'm getting back to my roots and doing this podcast and trying to get back into the ring, people are telling me I'm weak and I'm not gonna to be able to do shit. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna start training kids. Oh, you're not good enough to train kids. What? So I'm not getting off target. I'm just letting the world know. So imagine that. I'm going through that, and I'm going through situations with my kids, and I'm going through situations with this. So many things that I'm eating, that I'm holding. And since now and I know I gotta let it out because I go to therapy, let it out. It's good, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm letting you guys know. To hear people telling me that I'm washed up and I'm not gonna be able to become a wrestler, that right there can make a person want to kill themselves. So me, I'm happy and strong because I got a I got a platform where I could talk about this, where I don't get judged. Well, I'm letting you know I haven't thought about committing suicide, and I'm not in that place of mind yet because I have y'all. I have a
That's
group. I
beautiful.
have wrestlers that are saying, "Yo, bro, you could do it." Even though I'm gonna have people that are cruel and forget, like, imagine telling a kid that's dying from cancer they're not gonna become a wrestler. That's fucked up, man. You know, you get what I'm saying, right, guys?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
at the end of the day, we all got to wake up and see what's the problem. Problem's not the world's a bad place. The problem, some individuals are selfish. That's what's being selfish. Not the person that wants to end his life because he's tired because of what the shit he's going through behind the ropes. To also come in the ropes, man. You know what I'm saying? So like
Wow.
people gotta be aware
That's
about
deep. That's
mental
deep.
health.
That's
People
very
gotta be
deep.
aware
That was deep,
about
yo.
people gotta be aware about wrestling. People gotta be aware about mental health, and we all gotta come together and stop it and be cool. But for me to end what I'm saying, not to end the subject again, I'm dealing with where I'm reaching out to my brothers and sisters, and Jesus Christ, come right back to me, man. I just want to know if y'all good and living, and letting y'all know that I'm fighting and I'm trying to get back in the ring and get there, guys. And I have y'all to help me. So thank y'all.
No,
Yeah,
we
you're welcome
appreciate you.
anytime.
We
No problem.
appreciate you.
We appreciate you sharing all your story with us too, because not too many people know much of what's going on over there. But I'm gonna pass this over to Kip because I want Kip to have his take on it also. I
Yes.
know he's got some things to say because, like I
I
said,
would love to hear your opinion, brother.
there's people that go on, and before I pass it on to him, I also wanted to mention, yeah, there's cyberbullying, there's
Yes.
there's bullying in school, there's bullying anywhere you go to. That's also on top of what's going on. But I'm gonna bring that topic another time. We're gonna talk about that because we don't have much time. So we're gonna bring it on to Base Kid to let him do it, and then we're gonna go on to the finish once he's done.
So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet today because obviously I've been under the weather. I'm pretty sure it's just a
I didn't
common.
notice. I hope you feel better, bro.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, it's really hindered my ability to stream. I've not really been having the
Oh,
desire
no,
to stream.
well, no wonder you look like you like lean back a little bit
I'm
on this
sure I'm not
episode.
like as pale as I was the other day.
The
I have a
last
little more
episode you did
color.
phenomenal.
I
Right
know
now you lean back, and
I
that
was looking
explains
like a
why.
ghost
Hope you feel better.
now, but mental health is very important. This is a topic of this podcast, and it should be important to everyone because we all have to go through certain situations that maybe are forced upon us. It's not something that is in our within our control, like a medical condition or getting sick. You don't choose to get sick. You don't choose to get sick. And being sick, yeah,
Exactly.
you could have a cold or you could have a flu or chicken pox,
Oh
any
my
kind of illness that
God.
you could come down with. It's going to hinder your mental capabilities.
Yes, it will.
Uh, I had a lot of things that I've been working on that I've had to put to the side because I have not been feeling well. I have not been feeling good. I'm still nasally. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to breathe at night. Even with a cold, it's hard to breathe.
Have you gone to
It's
the doctor lately?
no, I'm not gonna go to the. It's a cold. It's a cold.
Okay.
I have congestion. My throat was sore
Change
for
the
like the
weather.
first. Yeah, change of weather.
It's like
My
gets
throat
hot and
was
then it's cold.
yeah, my throat was sore for the first couple of
Yeah,
days, and then
the weather's been crazy. It was
it's
winter and
true.
then summer out of nowhere.
What's up, Mikey? Mikey's in the
Mikey
building. No, shout out,
Starks.
Mikey.
All
Shout
day
out to
Starks
Mikey
Mikey.
in
Starks. What's
the
going on?
building.
Stopping by to say hi. Yeah, man, definitely. We appreciate you on the show, Mikey Starks. Thank you for coming by.
So like I was saying, being sick, getting sick, you have no control over it. It's something that's not controllable. But what you can control is how you conduct yourself while you're dealing with these hardships. Being sick, very small thing, but I try my best to get work done on the back end that I need to work on, get these emotes out for the people in our community, um, work on the graphic design for this podcast, which is something that's very, 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 I'm very passionate about. I want us to have just top notch stuff. I want everything to be top notch. So
Yeah,
if we gotta wait to make sure things are just the right way, right just the way we want them, then we're gonna have to wait, and that's stuff that mentally is taxing. You want to make deadlines. It's hard to do things like that when you're dealing with
so
illness.
true, bro.
So going off of what Pumpa was saying, Mr. Bad Side over here, with
Thank you.
the mental health is important. The
What's the
mental
bad
health is
side?
important. I'm striving hard to be better every day. I have my moments where um I'm not the easiest person to get along with, but I'm working on it. So I think everybody should take from, if it's anything you take from what I say, just try to be better. Just try to be better. Anything that you do, any mood that you feel, just try to think, can I be better? That's it. Just be better. Everyone should try to be
I
better.
told I told Matt that.
Yeah,
I'm so
definitely.
behind you on that.
I definitely agree 100% on that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's all I got. That's all I
yeah.
got.
So yeah, we can't that show. That was a good one by Base Kid. He brings up a lot of topics because I had conversations with but many people don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're okay with bringing this up. The topic of basically of your education. You was telling me that you actually went to school for psychology.
I did.
And you was telling me about how
I was trying to. I thought at first
you
I
took up
didn't know if I wanted to.
psychology.
I didn't want to major in psychology. Like I didn't want to major in it
Yeah.
because it's a lot. It's a lot. Psychology is a lot. The first psychology class I took was like a feeler to see, is this something that I want to do? I was a liberal arts. I had a liberal arts. I was going for liberal arts for my associates, and then from liberal
So
arts you go on and you decide, what do I actually want to do? I was thinking about becoming a paramedic.
nice.
I have two personal training certificates. So I wanted to do something either in the medical field or something where I was able to help people. I always wanted to help people. It's funny because I just recently made a new friend in the streaming community. His name is You Have Me at Halo, and he's a personal trainer too. So he's a very positive guy. He's very understanding. You could talk to him about anything basically. And I feel like, I got to know him, and I feel like I known him my whole life. I literally have
Nice.
only known him for a month. So just having people around me like that are positive, you guys push me as well to be better, to try to stay positive even when things are not going the way that I may want them to go, or for us the way that we may want them to go. And it's very important to have people there to pick you up, and to show you that there's always another way, not
There
to
is.
give up, not to give up, because
Exactly.
you know your own worst enemy is yourself.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind, people. Keep that in mind. Try to always positively reinforce yourself, even when you feel like things are bleak or things are not the way that you want them to be. Always look for the other way.
Well, thank you for that amazing, amazing, bro. I'm so appreciated that you're on this show, brother. And I'm
I'm
glad
glad to
that I
be
helped.
here.
I'm glad that you're saying you're helped. We're helping you. and that's even likewise with my end. You know what I'm saying? Before Jesse here ends the show, um, just for the next couple of shows, guys, we're gonna be having a guest. Hopefully, right now, the first one I'm trying to get on the show, and I appreciate if he does or not. Is Johnny Rods. That's my manager, my trainer, guys. I said that so many times from the
Shout
beginning
out to
of the
Johnny
show.
Rods, by the way.
You know what I'm saying? So we might be having Johnny soon because I will be going back to Gleason's and busting my ass at Gleason's for your guys, for you guys, and
Yeah,
to
brother.
For the
get knowledge and
brothers.
help and
For the
help
brothers, yeah.
and get knowledge and help. Because my dream, because you said you wanted to do a paramedic, my dream, I wanted to be I wanted to be a fireman before I thought about wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I popped my knee, there goes my dream. So, but yeah, we got a big, subject to end before we end the show, and whoever's watching, and because I don't know how many views we have. Jesse, you see all that? I I I, I wanted to ask like how do I could see the viewers, but besides whoever's watching, thank you, thank you. There's, and I thank whoever agrees to this show. It is what it is. Wrestling and mental health. You know what I'm saying? Jesse, I know you had a lot to talk about, and you can. And I would love for you to talk about what issues you're going through right now that you want to get off your chest, brother.
The issues that I want to get off my chest, I'm not
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not gonna really go long about it, but I've been going through some issues outside. Especially there's like streaming communities and Twitch that are just being a pain in the ass. And yeah, it just opens base sides because he knows what I'm talking about. We got people that like you want to talk about mental health. You know, sometimes you see the characteristics and the personality of people, and you
Mm-hmm.
see right. Sometimes most of you see right through the bullshit. Um, I know it's a touchy subject for certain people, but I had issues with one or two people there, and they were giving me a fucking hard time. I'll admit it. They were trying at least, but they didn't. They're weak about it. Um, I was called out not too long ago. I think was it last week? I got called out on not on social media, but on a live stream by somebody who was a big streamer, or well, you know what? They want to attack. I'll say it. Supposedly big streamer, which they can try. Um, you called me out.
What is
That
that
person called.
nowadays? Big streamer. Everybody
Well,
has
it's
a thing
because
for
they
that.
got like 10,000 viewers or whatever the
Oh,
fuck case
please,
me. I don't give a
man.
fuck about the numbers.
What
Like I
the,
said,
that,
I'm
that
here. We're
doesn't
here.
make,
We're here for a purpose. We're here for a
yep,
reason. We're not here for the
exactly.
bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy was trying to get. I guess that this one particular person I got issues with. It all started off of a Facebook post. I was being positive about it. I was talking about my New York Mets because everybody knows I'm a New York Mets fan.
Jesus,
J
ain't that
Rod
high school
is the
shit?
Mets.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Blue Jays hat, but like I said, I love
Quit on your
baseball. I'm a
team. Stop
baseball
quitting on your
fan.
team, man.
Supposedly this guy tried to call me up. He's like, quit on my team, and he's being acting like a little jabroni.
Mm-hmm.
You really just coming on to try to embarrass me, or like, and then you try to act like, oh, I can't take a joke. I can't take people roasting me. Like I went into your boy's stream about a situation I didn't like. Basically Scott Boris is one of like the biggest, basically, I mean, he's one of the biggest figures in baseball,
Mhm.
him being an agent, and he's getting everybody paid and shit.
Yeah, he's definitely the most notariable agent.
I can't stand him because he's not for the players. That's the reason why. I gave a reason, and I got and I got I didn't get roasted. I got people coming down like, oh, once they heard this guy say, they all went along with it. It was like a cult. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. I left. Okay. So then when that happened, I was like, okay, whatever. So the first incident that happened between me and this
But we all
community
got our
was,
own opinions. Like, what the fuck?
well,
Mm-hmm.
these people are they have a bunch of brain farts. They can't think for themselves, so it doesn't really matter. Um I'm being a smart ass today. My mom used to call me a
You're going
caripelado when I
there.
was a kid.
That
So
really,
He's
that's
going
crazy.
there.
so what happened was that the first thing was, yes, I'm gonna bring his name up, Mike Wildor. I was helping Mike promote his podcast on the other Discord communities. One particular person okayed it. He said it was fine. I had no problem. He had no problem. I said, yo, just put it on the channel so everybody could see it. No problem. I haven't been on the chat talking on the Discord because, like I said, I've been busy. I have a life
So he
outside of the
agreed
internet.
to it.
He agreed to it. Okay. And the funny part was 3 weeks down the line, he's like, oh, the community's not happy with you doing this. Can you stop promoting it? But no problem. I have proof. Base saw it. No problem.
I did see it.
No problem. I respect it. I said no problem. I just letting you know he's a best friend of mine. Michael Rorta. I've been friends with him for over almost 9 years, basically. So I left it at B and just went away. So
Mm-hmm.
I stopped posting it, whatever case may be. I don't want to bring this situation because I had issues with Mike at the time, during, after that. But then we moved on and we nipped everything in the bud and we became brothers again because that's what we are. That's what we do. We need each other, And I told Mike, don't ever be afraid to come to me. That's a part of mental health too. That was another topic. When you're going through something, don't be afraid to come to me. We can talk it out and just let it be me and you. I'm here to listen. That's it. So get right down to the nitty gritty where it's like it said, it seems like it was cyberbullying at the same time. Like you guys were trying to clown me because somebody had brought to my attention about that situation where I guess I saw screenshots of it and that person particularly came back to me about it. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, these cats were trying to clown me and like trying to make it look cool to make fun of me behind my back because I wasn't reading the Discord chats
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't care for it because, like I said, I got a life outside of the internet. I'm busy. I'm trying to make shit
Yeah.
happen for MWO podcast because that was what I was focused on. And the disrespect for this fucking guy who's almost 50 years old. God damn, this guy. I mean, you go out there, you fucking creep on people, you raid female streamers, you try to talk to
God,
them, and it's creepy. And then the community doesn't see that. But then again, you and your boy try to follow me all around all the streamers that we know that I watch too. I'm going there just to like I said, not be a nosy body, not to start shit. But then you start following me, then you start trying to call me out, and then you try to make it like it's all good, like your two guys are too good. You know what I'm saying? Goody two shoes. Like, no, fuck that. I got proof. If you want to get exposed, let me know. I can make it happen. Don't start. Don't even text me. Don't even message me. Don't even bring my name out your damn mouth. That's just the warning I'm giving to them right now in the public because I'm sick of the shit. I don't play that. We're not going like I'm not going back and forth with these people. All
Mm.
right. I'm not a kid. I'm 38 years old. I got two kids. Let them act like kids. Okay. We're gonna leave it at that. I don't want to be called out. I don't want my name to be mentioned out of their mouths because, like I said, I'm not mentioning about them. My name
Mm-hmm.
never came out of their not. You know what I'm saying? Their name never came out of my mouth. Or typing Twitter fingers or whatever the fuck you want to call it, social media,
Mm-hmm.
because social media is the platform to express yourself.
It
You know,
definitely is.
I don't need to express myself for social media. I do it fucking behind the scenes. I don't need to fucking type and tell people I'm going through this, I'm going through that. I'd rather call you and tell you in person, yo, I'm going through a situation. I need to talk to out with you. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with that. I'd rather be real with you than be fake behind the scenes and behind a keyboard and the screen talking all this fucking mess because we don't need that. That's another part of mental health with the cyberbullying. That
Mm-hmm.
was another topic I also wanted to bring. So to make it sweet, short and sweet, I don't fuck around like that. That's some serious shit. It happened to Hana Kimura. It happened
Yeah.
to just not just her, but to plenty of people. In Japan, and it's sad. In Japan, they had the highest suicide rate, not
Yeah.
because
They
yes,
of
they
the
actually
do. Yes,
trains
they
and
do.
all
they
that. It's
actually they have a
emotional.
suicide forest. They
Yeah,
have a
they do.
That
forest where people go to commit suicide.
and
That's a
and
real
it's
thing.
And it's insane because it's like, yo, we're trying to do our best. This is why we're here. We're here for a reason. We're not here to be a cult and be act like everything is all good
We're
and
not here to
dandy.
show. We're not here to fuck around. We're actually here to
We're here to be
save
fucking real.
lives.
Like if you got a problem,
Save
yo, we
lives.
want to reach out to you. We want to take care of that. We want you to be well. That's it.
Hmm.
We're not here for the talk. We're here for the action. We like I said, my mom always told me, action speaks louder than words.
Yes, it does.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get physical with anybody to these terms of what's going on with me and these two other jabronis and it's just like, yo, I don't want to hear it after that because if you do it, I'm gonna fuck you up personally. That's it. I don't need to do behind the screen with the little Twitter fingers and with the mouth and telling everybody like
No,
this and
but
that, and then you try to
brother,
ruin my reputation, try to blackball me. Nah, fuck that. It ain't happening because people know me outside of this shit.
brother, you're better than that. You don't need to fuck
I'm
up
way better.
nobody.
I don't need to do
Words,
shit.
just
I don't
words.
even need to
You
lift the. I don't
use
even need
your
to lift a
voice like you're
finger.
doing right now. You don't need to
I don't
use your
see
hands.
the thing about me and different what other people are. I don't need to lift a fucking finger
There you
to
go.
let shit happen
There you
because,
go.
like I said, it's called self destruction. They're destructing themselves. They want to play psychology games. I'm not for that. You're gonna destroy yourself. Keep doing it. Go ahead. Keep doing it. Keep talking. Keep Mr. Dale try me. Nah, fuck you. You're trying yourself. You're being stupid. Close your social media account. You don't need it. Okay, you're making yourself look bad, really bad. Like I'm here sitting here, I'm chilling, I'm chilling. But I'm gonna cut this short because we already passed time, we already passed the mark. I already said what I had to say, and I don't want to keep doing this cutting promo shit because it's not about me. It's about us trying to help
Well,
people.
you're just end it there. Don't worry about it. We
You
get it.
know, I'm just
We
gonna
get it.
end it
We
there, and I
get
want
it.
to thank everybody that came on the show, and I appreciate it. Onto it is what it is. This is frustration. This is spark coming out of me, and I want to thank Mike World Order for this because he helped me out a lot. He was like, "Yo," he talked to me the other day, told me, "Man, I'm proud of you, man. I can't believe you actually helping helping these guys out, and you guys three guys came along together to do this to help other people out." And I told him that's the main reason. We're here to reach out, talk to people. Yo, you need help? Come on down. There's people that can relate to each other about these things. So once you can relate to somebody about that, you can sit down and talk to them and get to know them instead of judging a book by its cover. Because if we don't do that. Not here on It Is What It Is. We don't do that here. You need help? You want to talk? Yo, we're here. We want to
Come
listen.
on down.
Come on down.
Come on down.
Coming down to the ring.
The
Weighing
following
205
contest is
pounds.
scheduled for one fall.
He's
So
six
yes,
one.
I want to shout out to Mike for watching. Thank you for
Thank
watching,
you, Mike
brother.
World Order. Thank
Yes,
you,
Mike.
Punk
I'm
Rocker,
proud of
Mikey
you and
Mike,
Starks,
Jesse.
Tom
I'm
Punk
proud of
Spiker
you.
Rocker.
for
I'm proud
life.
of you and Jesse. I'm proud of y'all settle. We y'all had to settle behind the behind the curtain. But I want to shout out to everybody that's watching this.
Thank you guys. We
Come on
appreciate
down.
y'all.
If you're going through mental health issues, come talk to us. I know places. I will have conversations. I will listen. I don't need to get paid to listen to anybody, brother. I'm an ear and I will take action. Anybody's going through mental health, it is what it is. We don't discriminate nothing. You could say anything you want. But again, Face, welcome to our phenomenal show. I love to have you. It's sad that you're sick right now. But
It's
Jesse,
all
let's
right.
keep doing this, brother. Go ahead, you can call it, man.
Woo! Yeah, let's go. Sorry about that.
He
Let's
had
go.
to. Couldn't resist it.
It's the fire and passion of me. I'm just burning up right now. Like I want to give somebody the stinger splash. Let's go. Um, to move on with it, everybody, I want to thank you coming on to the show. Um, sorry I had to cut a little entry, but
Oh, the
coming
hot,
down to
bro.
the
That was a
ring.
hot. It was a hot splash.
Coming down to the ring, 6'1", weighing 200 pounds, coming from Brooklyn, New York. Bedside Pooba. and his partner coming down to the ring, who's 5'9", a built 225 pounds, and takes crap from nobody from Queens, New York. Based Kip.
This public service announcement has been paid for by the base world order.
The following announcement has been paid for by the Mike World Order. My Mike
Also,
World Order.
also,
You guys are
Yo,
too
we can
much.
have fun
I
too.
can't
Why not,
laugh
right?
because I'll cough up one of my lungs. I can't
it
laugh.
sucks. You're sick, man. I want to just splash
Also,
that shit with the fucking and stunner it like 5 times just
I
because
should be all right soon.
the
well,
vitamin
those
C is
glasses still
DDTing
make you look
his
cool, man.
Oh,
the green
Oh,
behind the
screen.
the
scenes.
green screen.
There's
He's
the
got the
magical green
cubicle.
screen. This is just to give you guys a little insight as to what goes on over here.
And
I
also coming
love
down
it.
to the ring,
I don't know if you
5'10".
see that. That's Bray Wyatt right there. Wait, right there.
All you see is like, no, what am I
Yeah, I
doing? Why
got a
have a
couple
remote
of
as
signatures
a
there.
microphone? I'm like, what am I doing?
We're
I'm
out
doing what
here.
Mike did last night on his Thirsty Thunder show. He was singing the whole "Jesus is the One" by Sack Fox. It was fucking
Oh
hilarious.
my
But
God.
coming down to the ring, 5'10",
Oh no,
weighing
he did that.
205 pounds,
He did that.
J Rod.
There we go.
Ugh. But anyways, guys, I
There
want
you
to
guys
thank you
go.
for coming on the show. We had fun at the end. I said what I said. Pumbaa, thank you for sharing, for everything that you bring in here, because people need to hear your side of the story. Base, thank you for telling us what how your opinion and stating how your experience on everything that you went on and what's going on in your life. I know we couldn't talk much, you because of your cold and your
It's the
ailment.
yeah, it's the
Don't
sickness. I
worry,
try to give you guys
vitamin.
the best I could.
Next week you will, trust me, because all you got to do is take that vitamin C, and vitamin C will just straight DDT
Oh
the
yeah, and
cold. And
I got the secret ingredient right here.
the
Branched
secret
chain amino acids,
ingredient,
the
Guys, soon
building
we might be
blocks
having
amino
of
Johnny Rods
acids.
on our
protein.
show, remember?
We're gonna have Johnny Rods coming down to the show. Oh my God! Now I'm gonna lose my voice after doing that.
I
But
hope I want the fans to also that
Time
are
to do.
watching to support that. Well,
support the show. We got
So
merch.
guys, mask up if you're sick.
Oh, I can't put my mask because I
Put the
got.
mask on.
Do I have a
You
mask
know,
around me?
keep everyone safe around you.
No, I don't. I got this. It's just a face cover I got here. Yeah, I'm showing
And I
my
guess
27.
we'll get with you guys next week on another episode of It Is What It Is podcast. J Rod, what's next week's subject?
Well, next week's subject is to be continued. So we're gonna continue on to this same topic. It was a good topic we guys talked about. So guys, tune in, same time, same channel, 9 o'clock. It is what it is on Twitch, twitch.tv/jrod underscore and one. No, jrod numeral underscore one. I botched that one. Fuck. Anyway,
Botchamania.
Botchamania 57. And Pumbaa, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Mikey, I'm gonna shout out to everybody on this fucking show. I
Yeah,
don't care.
let's shout everyone out before we leave.
All right, Demon Ninja,
Mikey,
Mikey Starks, Namir. Um, who else? We got Mook
waifu,
Dog, Waifu Jew, Tom Spiker, the COO of Order Entertainment Enterprise. Von the Nut Guy. I want to thank him for coming on the
that's
show.
my guy.
We appreciate it.
And if all you guys like streaming, you guys want to support the community, go follow everyone that streams in the community because we only have each other. We have to help each other. No one's gonna help us. We gotta help each other. So
Oh,
be there for your people. Oh, and shout
before
out
we
to
close the show,
Halo. Halo's here too. You know Halo's here, right?
Halo. Oh shit,
Halo's
Halo.
here.
Oh,
He's a
not to
professional
cut
lurker.
not to cut you off, Base, but I forgot to close out the show. Base, share your socials and tell them where everybody can find you and follow
Oh,
you and find
it's
you.
based Kip. Just like my name right here, where it says. You guys can follow me on Instagram. Twitter is Basekip Tweets. So that's the only difference. Twitch.tv/basedkip. If you guys want to watch some fire ass MLB content, and we got some old games. So before we really do the close, These are some games that I'm
He's got the
about.
retro games coming up, brother.
Don't get me
Nintendo.
started. Don't get me started. I got a lot of retro games. I got more. I got to dig for them in the attic, but throw that over there. We
Yeah,
got
he's
some
going. He's going to
games.
dig from an
We
attic.
got
Like
some
he's got like
games,
a whole
guys.
bunch of them.
We got some
Look at
games,
that.
But
You
can I
guys
guys.
want
shout
to see a
something out real
retro
quick
stream?
before you end it,
Got the
Justin?
retro games. So come
Yo,
Can
through.
I
what's up?
can I shout something out before you end it, Justin?
Yeah, shout something out, bro.
Dímelo,
All right, babe.
encantado.
Yo, again,
Algo
next
Dominican.
year, NYC Alliance will be having a federation, or basically a training facility, and I will be the head trainer soon, starting 2022 in February. I will be doing classes, guys. And if you want to learn how to become a wrestler right now, just go to Gleason's in downtown Brooklyn. You will know Gleason's gym is phenomenal in boxing, MMA, and wrestling. And the head coach and trainer to that is Johnny Rodz, 95 Hall of Famer of the WWE. But yes, I will be training
1996. Sorry to
people
correct you.
next year. And, and this podcast will still be on.
If you don't watch this show, we're gonna hit you with a steel chair. Not just kidding.
Yes.
No violence on the show. I don't want to hurt.
No
We're not
violence,
here for the
guys.
violence.
We're here for the games and the love and the mental health.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. But the games, yeah. So, Poompa, tell everybody your socials to see where they could follow you and find you.
Yes, you could find me. Yeah, you can find me on Facebook. Jamie, Josh, Godric, Gavin. That is my scene name, if people understand. On Facebook, you can also find me on Jamie Josh Soto 3 at gmail.com. You could hit me up on Gmail. You can also find me on the same website, Jamie Josh Soto 3 on YouTube, Spotify, and Twitter. You can also find me on Twitter. Same name, Jamie Josh Soto 3 at gmail.com.
Fantastic.
I'm just giving out all the shout outs on it. I'm like a little busy right now. But you guys can
You know, we
find
had
me.
open people here. Like, we had a couple of viewers.
I mean, we're just growing. We just this is just the
Yeah, I'm not
beginning.
saying no, that's beautiful.
It
I'm
is a
happy
beautiful
for the
thing.
support and love that we're getting from the viewers here.
Oh, we're gonna get the love, baby.
Oh, trust me, we're gonna get the love. I just want to shout out to the people that came out on the
All
show. I
right.
forgot to do it
I'll put
during.
these games somewhere safe before I drop them on the ground.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
We got the Sesame Street guys. I'm telling you, we could stream this. Let
Oh
me
yeah,
know.
we're gonna have a fun. We're gonna have a fun stream with Base Kip. He streams Monday through. What was this? What's your streaming schedule again?
I usually try to do Monday through Friday, early in the afternoon or evening. But if you guys go to my Twitch channel, I have a graphic up that kind of has an updated schedule. We got the podcast on Fridays now, so I'm not gonna really probably be streaming too much on Fridays. Probably be Monday through Thursday and Sunday. Saturday I take off because it's too much.
Oh, and I forgot to announce our show. We also be basically broadcasting on AEW's pay-per-views. If we're not there live, we're streaming. That's the next thing that we're doing, guys.
Oh, we're gonna do watch
Wrestling and
alongs. That's
mental health.
right. We're gonna do some watch alongs too if you guys,
Yes, that's what we're
But
gonna do. Watch along
that's in the future. We're gonna
pay-per-views.
talk about that. Let's hold
Let
off on
us
that.
let us crawl before we learn to walk.
Let's just wait on that. Let's take a time. I gotta fall back on it before I fall on my face. I'd rather fall back. But yeah, take a time out. All right. So guys, to find me on social media, it's not J Rod is the one. That's just the song that me and Mike Cook brought out. It was invented by us. And like I said, you can also find me here on twitch.tv. Here. Damn, I just botched that again. Fuck. Let me rehearse that again.
And action.
Action. Okay. So you guys can follow me on twitch.tv/jrod underscore number one. You can also find me on jrod number one on Twitter and Instagram. I'm not going to give you my Facebook until I guess you figure it out, I guess,
You
because
gotta
there's a
earn
lot of
that.
people that we'll have a lot of mutuals on Facebook. So you probably will find me. Okay. So if you don't know Mike Cook, you don't know Bass Kip, you don't know Bad Side Poompa on Facebook, you'll see me on mutuals. You can add me. I give you guys permission on Facebook. And
Okay.
I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. We're gonna end it right here, and we'll see you next week. Fear the Tide, shout out, man. You came all late. What's up? Fear the Tide,
Appreciate
shit
you
or
guys.
late, man. Peace.